They are not writing about that. They are not writing about the 4.3 billion rand which was stolen corruptly from Treasury under Pravin Gordhan, because Pravin Gordhan is their man. Pravin Gordhan is a house Negro. Now let us deal quickly, comrades, with the fact that tomorrow we are coming back here at 12 o'clock. Our lawyer put a very good fight to show that BLF is an anti-racist organization, and in fact, we are not going to tolerate racists. It is up to the white judge, a white judge, obviously, like all white people in this country, comes from a framework of thinking which put whiteness first. So our faith is in the white judge now. At 12 o'clock, the white judge is going to come tomorrow with a judgment. As Black First, Land First, we do not have any trust in any white person. Will this judge come tomorrow and be fair to us? When have white people been fair to black people? Never. When have white people been fair to us?
Never.
Today, yeah, we must also make the point about the black journalists. Black journalists are captured by white monopoly capital. Black journalists are slaves in the plantation. Black journalists are an oppressed, terrified group of people. Black journalists are being used by white monopoly capital because this is who they work for. We know for a fact that, for instance, our sister we love, Mahlachi Gallens, work for Media 24, which is basically owned by Koos Becker, and we know that Koos Becker owns an entity which is Naspers. Naspers is a colonial, racist, pro-apartheid entity that has justified apartheid and racism. The money Naspers has is money stolen from us. And they build that entity. Today, Media 24 is able to hire our sister, put her in front to attack us. We have no beef with black journalists. All of them, including those we call askaris. Our job as Black First, Land First is to protect black journalists, but to also free them. Once we destroy white monopoly capital, then we can have free media. Then black journalists can tell the truth. Right now, black journalists have no possibility to tell the truth. We must send also a message to Karima Brown, to Eusebius Makeza, to Ferrell Hafeji, who are not African like myself. These people suffer from identity crisis. Comrades, white people are very vicious with their colonialism. In South Africa, they said white people first, Indians second, colored third, and they put Africans at the bottom. These sisters and brothers I've mentioned, they believe they are white. We defeated Napoleon and the French, but at a very high cost, because people like Eusebius Makeza, Ferrell Hafeji, Karima Brown, who don't subscribe to blackness, sided with slavery. In Haiti, our struggle took much longer because those who suffer from an identity crisis, like these black journalists I mentioned, sided with the enemy. We are not calling them enemies. We have no intentions as Black First, Land First to protest at all against any black journalists. But see what the white system has done. They have put our brothers and sisters in front. White people are trying to cause a black-on-black violence between us and black journalists. We subscribe to freedom of the press. We subscribe to freedom of expression. But we do not subscribe to anyone promoting racism and covering up corruption of white monopoly capital. It makes no difference to us what tomorrow's judgment says. We are going to continue to protest against any racist journalist. We are not going to stop. And we know the reason they're all worked up the way they are is because BLF has won the battle to get Absa to pay back the money.